trust me, he will be featured in the campaign commercials.
But they're going to feature people. They boogeyman everybody.
Yeah, but you don't have to boogeyman him. He does it to himself.
But they'll do it regardless. Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, but
they make anybody into boogeyman.
It has.
I think it was
just have more weight when it's real.
It's official. The socialist wing has fully broken through the Democratic Party's gates, and Zohran Mamdani's election as New York's mayor just proved it beyond debate. The party's most influential players are now openly embracing his hard left agenda, signaling a major ideological shift that could shake the DNC to its core. And that's where Bill Maher steps in, reluctantly, but urgently sounding the alarm like a political lifeguard warning his own team that they're drifting into dangerous waters. Maher isn't shilling for Republicans. He's trying to rescue Democrats from themselves, pointing out exactly where they lost their footing and how they might still save what's left. Let's break it down.
This is Mamdani, if you've been not following the news. He won the Democratic primary in New York, so he is certainly likely to be the next mayor. We don't know. I mean, there's a lot of opposition because we've never had someone this radical. Some of the things he says, prisons were obsolete. What purpose do they serve? I could think of a couple. The NYPD is racist, anti-queer, and a major threat to public safety. I think most people think cops are protecting their public safety, even though there's issues and problems with the police department. Do you like capitalism? No. We've never had a guy quite like this. You know, he quotes Marxist, each according to their need. I mean, that's straight up communism. Whether you call it the abolition of private property, you call it housing guarantees, it's preferable to what is going on right now.
Maher saw the signs long before election night, months in advance. He was already warning that Mamdani's rise wasn't just predictable, it was inevitable. And if history is any indicator, Maher's warning is going to age like fine wine. This isn't the first time his political instincts have been razor sharp. Remember when he begged the DNC not to run Kamala Harris for president? They ignored him, convinced they knew better, and paid the price with one of the most humiliating defeats in modern political memory. It's like the party is obsessed with repeating the same mistakes. Maher doesn't claim to be a prophet, but he has a talent for spotting political disaster before it hits. If his track record means anything, Mamdani's rapid rise might be the opening chapter of the DNC's next unraveling.
I mean, just the phrase abolition of private property, not something we usually hear in America.
There's always a villain. There's always people. They always try to create a villain. Is my point. They always try to create some boogeyman or boogie. No. If it wasn't this one, quotes. It was going to be somebody else.
I'm not creating anything.
I'm not defending the policies. There are plenty of things that I disagree with there, and that I don't come down on.
You're going to have to answer. Everything like this, they're going to ask every single Democratic politician.
But the point being, we see this every cycle. I've now been doing this long enough to know that every single cycle, there's some contrived villain or boogeyman.
What's wild is how badly some people misunderstood Maher's point. You could see the frustration all over his face, that mix of disbelief and barely contained annoyance. Nobody is trying to turn Mamdani into some cartoon villain. He doesn't need help looking extreme. His own proposals do that perfectly on their own. Every warning Maher gave wasn't a smear. It was straight from Mamdani's own ideology. When a politician openly challenges the foundations of American capitalism, people notice, and they should. Maher isn't attacking the left. He's holding up a mirror. If Mamdani looks like the bad guy in the reflection, that's not Maher's doing. That's the ideology staring back.
And if it wasn't this
one, he's not contrived. He's going to be the mayor of New York.
The thing that I find the most appalling, which is that he defends the expression globalize the Intifada.
Yes.
Everything that the crazy far right alleged about Barack Obama, wasn't born in America, right. Islamist, socialist, right. Anti-Semite, hates America. It's all true about this guy. Right. Okay? It is all true about this guy. And the fact that this man is on the verge of becoming the mayor of the second largest Jewish city in the world is very frightening. And I'm actually really disappointed that more Democrats have either, are not coming out and condemning him and saying we're not going to endorse this guy because he is.
For Maher predicted Mamdani's win before a single vote was counted, and he was dead right. Anyone paying attention saw the same clues: glowing media coverage, progressive excitement, and a Democratic Party drifting further left by the month. But Maher didn't stop at predicting the victory. He warned that Mamdani's ascent could spell real danger for the Democratic Party's future. And honestly, he has a point. Capitalism isn't perfect, but socialism isn't the miracle fix its supporters imagine. It promises fairness, but in reality, it crushes innovation, strangles competition, and expands government into every corner of daily life. Maher understands this. His message is simple: The left's romance with socialism isn't progress. It's a slow erosion of the very engine that helped America rise in the first place. If the DNC doesn't wake up, it may end up with nothing left to rebuild.
They're not that, they don't, democracy is just not number one on their list. It just isn't. It isn't. It's behind Christianity and a few other things. And the Democrats, I mean, I read these 74% are for democratic socialism. Only 16% favor capitalism. Is this going to be a country that I don't recognize in 5 to 10 years if we don't have these two pillars? If we don't, I mean, where are the Democrats going with this?
And that's exactly how someone like Mamdani, quoting Marx and preaching socialist doctrine with zero hesitation, managed to rise to the top of the Democratic stage. The party isn't flirting with socialism anymore. It's practically planning the wedding. What used to be a coalition of moderates and progressives has tilted so far left that capitalists are now treated like the enemy and redistribution is treated like salvation. This isn't about reforming the system, it's about tearing it down. And while party elders pretend everything is fine, the truth is storming right up to their doorstep. They can evolve or be replaced. Simple as that. The ideological winds blowing through the Democratic Party aren't gentle breezes. They're hurt. And Mamdani isn't the end of that cyclone. He's the start. A bright, blinking warning sign that the DNC is shifting into territory that could completely reshape or collapse its identity.
Is this going to be a country that I don't recognize in 5 to 10 years if we don't have these two pillars? If we don't, I mean, where are the Democrats going with this? If Mamdani is the face of the Democrats on the East Coast and Katie Porter is the face on the West Coast, I don't know if that's great politically for that party.
And no, none of this is good for the Democratic Party or the country. With Mamdani rising in the East and Katie Porter gaining influence in the West, the DNC is steering straight into a political storm. This isn't just a shift in ideology, it's the creation of a national fault line. America works when both parties keep each other balanced, not when one side drifts into ideological fantasy. A strong Democratic Party is essential, one rooted in freedom, practicality, and real-world solutions, not failed socialist experiments dressed up as progress. The DNC can recover that identity, but only if it stops chasing slogans and starts rediscovering the principles that once made it credible, competitive, and nationally trusted. If it doesn't, the collapse won't just weaken Democrats, it could destabilize the delicate political balance America relies on.
Is New York. It's definitely it's the media capital, the financial capital. It is a bellwether like no other city is in this country. So don't tell me that who the mayor of New York is doesn't matter.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Do you think, let's say, on the seize the means of production, do you think the mayor, that one person, if he is a democratic socialist, do you think that he would have the power and influence to be able to, usher in socialism?
He definitely has the power and influence to elect J.D. Vance or whoever is the Republican candidate.